Hi, this video is part 2 of the differential video series. Part 1 you hopefully have seen already, and in part 1 I said I was going to set the preload on this later. Well, now it's later, and so this video is all about setting up the preload on the Pinion here. I also decided to change the bearings in here, although I think the bearings are probably okay. I thought as I've got it all apart and out of the car, I might as well change those. So as I say, today's is all about setting the preload on here and changing these bearings. Hope you enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to please subscribe and give me a like if you can. I know a lot of people watch the videos but they don't subscribe and they don't like. It really helps the channel if you do. It doesn't cost you anything, so please think about it. Anyway, on to the actual business now, and let's get on with it. Well, that's it off the I've got the bearing off now, so I just need to clean up that seat a bit and then try and get some of those marks off the where the journal's been on, where the bearing's been on the journal, and then I'll press the new one on. Well, that's the stub axle cleaned up, and I've got the bearing, new bearing. So put it on there, and I've cut a bit of tube, which is the same sort of diameter as the inner race there. And the idea is I'm going to put it into the arbor press here and press it in. I guess you could probably hammer this in if you didn't have an arbor press. What I do need is the circlip on first. Nearly forgot that. That would have been disaster. We'll line that up. Right, that's it down. So I think you can see that's hard down onto the shoulder. That's the job done. Well, it's now time to set the preload in the pinion shaft. The first thing to do is to take all this off and get the cross washer out from inside. I've already taken this apart, but for the purpose of the video, I'll show you the sort of sequence for doing that. Obviously, you take this knot off first, then you pull out the flange. Then I have to prise out the oil seal. Then that exposes the inner race, which actually came out relatively easily. I thought it was going to give a problem, but it came out okay, and it looks in good nick. And then the cross washer, which is down inside here, which isn't so easy to get out. But there we are. That's the old one. If I get the new one and hold it up beside it, I think you can just about see. It's about, I don't know, 2 or 3 mil longer, the new one, than the old one. Anyway, that's the issue. So this crushes up and puts preload into the pinion shaft. Well, I bought this preloader device for setting the preload on the pinion shaft. It comes as a kit. You get a plate or lever arm, which you bolt to the shaft like that, centre it up, and then there's a set of scales. And the idea is you progressively tighten the centre nut here, and then you pull this, and you get a load reading on the scales, constant load reading. So you have to gradually tighten this until you get to the right sort of level. It's in the right band, and they give you the figures on here. I won't tell you what the figures are, because obviously that's part of their sales pitch and their sales secrecy. But it's anyway, these are readily available. You get them from preloader.com. She's got double R. I'll put a link in the description below. Well, now I'll just take up the slack backlash, and then the next step is to tighten it and use the load gauge. Well, there's still a bit of backlash there, so the instructions say you've got to do it up until the backlash disappears, and then you start putting the preload on. So I'll put these bolts in, so I've got something to bear against, because I can't turn it, because this clinch nut's quite stiff. do this until I get a bit of resistance. Feel a bit more there. That feels like it's bottomed out. It's still a bit of right, that must be just the length of the crush washer. So I think I need to do this up a bit tighter still. Actually, I'm going to try the load thing and just see what that reading is. The instructions say you line this up so that it's in the centre, so with the hole here, this hole is lined up on the centre of the pinion there. And do that. Well, the principle is you put this this bit of scales on here, and then you pull it round like that, and you measure the force, which in this case is 0.565 kilograms. Well, that's a long way off what it should be. It should be much stiffer than that. So now I just need to adjust this nut in increments until we get the right reading. Well, I've timed it 3 more times since the last clip. Hopefully this should be the last time. It's getting very close to what the reading should be. It's just under the bottom of the reading tolerance range. So hopefully this next adjustment should be the final one. Starting to get a feel for this now. It doesn't really move very much. We'll give that a go and see what we get. It's very tedious doing this. I must have done it 15, 16, 20 times, I don't know. But once if you over tighten the crush washer, then it's scrap. You've got to put a new one in. And a new nose seal as well. So it's worth taking a bit of time doing it. Hopefully that will be it. Got to get this centered up. That's it. the gauge, turn it on, hook it in. Right, that's about spot on what it should be. It's about halfway between the limits of the tolerance on the loading they give you. Let's do it again. Seems very tight though. Yeah, that's okay. So look how tight this is. That, I guess that's got to be right. We'll see. Well, that's the preload set. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have, then please don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and of course give me a like if you liked it. All that now remains for me to do is to put the stub axles back in and then button it up, and that's it done, and it can go back in the car.